My name is Dorothy Harrington, and I am applying to be one of your Kenan Fellows for the summer of 2015. Yeah, it's sneaking up on us. So I want to explain to you why I'm interested in the program, and hopefully I will have a chance to see y'all soon. So why am I interested in becoming a Kenan Fellow? So there's a couple of different things. First of all, I would love to work on forming further relationships with the community, not just at Daniels, but in Wake County. I grew up in Wake County, and I've been able to bring a lot of that into my classroom, but I would love to find even more ways to bring the community in so that we can improve education for our students as a whole. Then to learn how to further integrate the STEM into social studies. I've done a lot of trainings, led a lot of trainings on how to integrate math into social studies, and I think that that's a really great way of leading into this. The 8th grade social studies curriculum in particular has a lot of neat little places where you can squeeze in some of these real world connections. And I would love to see that happening in social studies social studies classes across the county. And then to continue with training not only people at Daniels, but teachers in Wake County on how to integrate technology into all of our middle school classrooms. It's a big push. And my fear is that we're seeing technology in the classrooms, but it's not in the hands of our students. And I would love to find more ways to actually put the technology in our students' hands instead of just having a teacher walking around with an iPad. So next up, how will this opportunity make me a more effective teacher? Better contacts in the community at large. The more support we have in our classrooms, the better our teaching is. I think that is so important for us to realize as educators. Second of all, better skills for integrating STEM in the classroom. I just talked about that a little bit, but I'm a big believer that this real world application needs to start coming in classes across the board. Better leadership skills, how to answer those tough questions. I've done a lot of technology trainings and math trainings, and there are still a lot of questions that I can't answer about integrating all of these different technologies and new ideas into the classrooms. And I would love to be able to have not only more information, but a better ability to have really constructive conversations with teachers at Daniels and in Wake County. And then help to create interactive lesson plans for all of our students. I feel like there's a subgroup of students that maybe miss out on those interactive lesson plans because they've gotten behind or because they don't have access to the correct technology. I want that to change. I want to see all of our students in Wake County with the ability to interact in these classrooms. How will my students benefit from me being a Kenan Fellow? Student-centered learning. I think once we can bring all of these additional skills into our classrooms, we are teaching, we're not necessarily standing in front of a classroom and teaching anymore, that students are teaching each other, which is the best way for them to learn. It will also allow me to bring even more skills into my curriculum, and Common Core has done a great job of helping us to focus on skills, and I would love to find a way to even introduce more skills into the social studies classrooms. And then finding ways to increase student access. I spoke earlier about our kids that just have a hard time with these interactive lesson plans or having a flipped classroom because they don't have access to the technologies that they need. I think finding a way, a constructive way to get these kids access is huge, and it will be huge in helping us to bridge the achievement gap that we see in Wake County schools. And then finally, how will other teachers help or will benefit from me being a Kenan Fellow? I hopefully will come back with some better training skills. That's something that I've always wanted to develop. I spend a lot of time in front of my faculty, and there are days I feel like I hit it, and then there are days that I don't, just like teaching. But I would love to have the skills and the ability to communicate better with adults. Once again, connecting social studies to the real world. I would love for across the county to see less lecture and less boring social studies classes. I know that's horrible to say, and more interactive classes so that the kids can connect to our curriculum. forming some hands-on tools, not only for my classroom, but to share with the rest of the county. We have great access to share some really, really good ideas. And I would love to be able to share the things that I create and the things that I learn with my colleagues. And there's so many neat ways that I would have the ability to do that. And then finally, linking back into that connection with the community, just having a positive perception of teachers, a positive perception of education out in the community, and bringing community leaders into our schools is huge and would help to make our lives so much easier if we are feeling supported by the community. Thanks, and I hope to see y'all soon.